this what you want? I want to wear the chef costume. I really do, but it's going to take a lot out of me, okay? One day it's going to happen. Are you proud of me? Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Design Chef, your favorite design challenge show here on YouTube. Are you sick of client work? Are you sick of make it pop? Are you sick of I paid 5 artists on Fiverr $5 each and the results are shocking videos? Then sorry, you're in the wrong place. Just kidding. You're in the right place. That's one joke of many that I'll make. If we haven't met, hello. I'm Elliot, your head designer and head chef. Buongiorno. Mwah. I'm a graphic design content creator here on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, any platform that you can name, I'm there. I'm a pixel pusher. I'm a problem solver. I've been doing this for a little while now and I've had a lot of fun along the way. And this week's episode of Design Chef, I think is going to be the best one yet. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, listen up. The way Design Chef works is very simple. I'm gonna give everyone a challenge. I'm gonna spend 60 minutes designing to make something based on that challenge. You can join in as well, and you can design something in the 60 minutes too. And then I want you to submit that design online using hashtag Design Chef so we can all see your beautiful work. I'm gonna feature a few of my favorite designs every week at the end of this video, and let me tell you, you guys are killing it. Like last week's submissions were actually ridiculous. They get better every week. I hope you're having as much fun as I am. Sounds pretty simple, right? And that's because you are right. It is very simple. So I think without further ado, it's time to reveal today's challenge. Because I got a real doozy, and I think some of you are going to hate me for this one. I'm really throwing you into the deep end this week with this one, but trust me, you guys aren't going to sink. You're going to swim. Your designs will have high buoyancy. So without further ado, your challenge this week is... It's the Threes Are Proud challenge. What on earth is that for a name? I want you to make 3 posters. That's right, 3 posters today based on the following theme. Your favorite font, your favorite color, and the 3rd poster will be on your favorite area of a poster. So like the top left corner. Really struggled with coming up with the 3rd idea for this challenge. What on earth is this challenge? Yeah, I actually think this is my best one yet. Like ever. I've made like 50 challenges for Design Chef in the past. I genuinely think this is the best. You have 60 minutes to make all 3, and I want you to submit it online using hashtag Design Chef. 3 posters in 60 minutes. I told you I'm feeling like a little devil today. Very devious and devilish. If you're thinking to yourself right now, there is no way that I can design 3 posters in 60 minutes. Get that idea, crunch it up into a ball, and literally throw it out the window. I know it sounds wild. If this is your first Design Chef, you're probably like, this is ridiculous, but you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it, okay? That's how, let's say that, yeah? Hopefully, does that make you feel more confident? Even if you can't do all 3, just doing 1 or 2 is completely fine as well. No more overthinking, no more caring too much about each decision. It's just about having that idea in your head and smacking it down on the page, okay? So send an email to your clients, tell them you're taking the day off, cancel that family gathering, draft up your out-of-office template, because for the next 60 minutes, it's time for Design Chef. So here we are in Adobe Illustrator this week, which is really exciting. And it's time for me to reveal to you my favorite font. Some of you may know that my favorite font is Pangram Font Foundry's legendary sans serif typeface, Noya Montreal. I love everything about this font. It's so simple. Nothing feels better on the page. So I don't have too many ideas right now off the top of my head. I think it could be nice to have this just like super large on the page. I think that would look quite nice. Definitely getting some nice vibes from this, I think. Nice and clean, nice and easy. I like my kerning super tight, so let's just neaten that up a little bit. There we go. That's a good start. I think maybe if we center it, that could look better, actually. There we go. Something like this could be nice. Get this leading really tight as well. Because I like it close, but I don't like it super close, you know? It needs space to breathe. It needs a little bit of room, but not too much. I like, you know? Crunch it all together. Good. Make it all there. Maybe a little bit of type up the top would be good, or something down the bottom for sure. I'm just wondering what could look good. Maybe if we duplicate the 3 here? What could be cool potentially is if we put like a different effect on these 2. So we go into effect, we go distort, and then do something in here. Like, see what happens if we bloat the type a little bit? I mean, have I just invented a new typeface? These are quite awesome. I would see this on Instagram, something like that. That's definitely right in that wheelhouse. Let's keep going down this direction, I guess. I like it just as the 2. I mean, I don't love this. This feels like what we did to Tom Holland in my designing my liked TikToks video that I made a long time ago. Real fans know that reference. We're gonna keep this and just put it over the side. 7 minutes in and things aren't going too well. Let's change the background to a nice off-white. That's always a good start. Maybe if we rotate this on its side, potentially, and make this the width of the page. Yes. Definitely feeling something here. I like how there's none of the letters go down below. You know what I mean? There's definitely a technical term for that, but none of them go down below. We can get it pretty snug against the margin here. I think we should also have something, a little bit of text to explain. So maybe like masterpiece. How about that? Let's put it in full caps. Give it a little bit of a stroke, just like a 0.25. What if we also potentially made it like this? I always go small. I always do stuff in the corner, and I don't really want to play this too safe. The point of this is to experiment, and I don't want to go against what I've said. I gave you all a lot of motivation, and I want to make sure that I lead by example, and I didn't mean to cry on camera today. I'm not afraid to get emotional for views. I think this looks good. Adding the second Noir Montreal next to the big Noir Montreal suggests how I am 110% love for the font. Maybe we could just do a whole bunch of different like use cases for it potentially. Just like maybe the entire thing is using the font. That could be good. I think this should definitely stand out as like the main feature point, but I don't mind if everything else kind of fades away a little bit. What if we just do... I think making this a different color at the end. If we fill the entire thing with as much text as possible, and then we leave this at the end. Yeah. This is going to be a compositional masterpiece. Almost like Mozart's... Maybe we can get like a batch of lorem ipsum going like all the way in here potentially. Center align, justify with last line aligned center. That's the technical term. I didn't go to design school, by the way. Maybe you didn't know that. Yeah. We can tuck that in there. We can do whatever we want. Maybe we can do that. Maybe that looks better. And then maybe we do this. Definitely an interesting composition. 6 minutes to go for this poster if we want to stay on time. Okay. My favorite font. No. Oh, God. Maybe we do a diagonal. We don't have any diagonal stuff yet. Sure. Because it lines up. The diagonals of this line up with the diagonals of the M. And that's, yeah. You know what? Don't mind it at all. We need more stuff like this. More. Big Elliot. Like, we can chuck that somewhere. Ideally, I think I'd love to add, like, my own text here instead of lorem ipsum. But right now, I feel like it's the only... I just don't have enough time. I just think it kind of relies on a lot of lorem ipsum in a way. Like, I don't think it's gonna work without a bunch of small text. This is still bothering me. I don't think that's necessary. We're gonna keep it, though, just in case. This is very anti-design, everyone. God, I've been watching a lot of, like... trend videos, kind of like hate watching them. I really dislike design trend videos. I think they're hilarious because it's the same thing every single year. It's especially funny when they say it as they're saying a trend. They go like, this year the trend is minimalism. And I've said this last year and I'm like, yes, because you can't predict the trends. Trends are silly. They're not something that people should care too much about. So I've been watching a lot of those recently, and anti-design pops up usually whenever people can't explain, like everything that kind of goes against any of the basic rules gets like grouped up together as anti-design. It's like, come on. It's exciting. It's cool. I like it when people do new things. There's nothing scary about it, you know? Tell you what is scary. This is scary. This whole thing. What am I doing? You guys ever just sat down and read lorem ipsum before? Can really recommend it when you just need a break, you know? It's a really good read. I read it every night before bed. We can slot this maybe here? Put that there. Do that here. Made this. We are officially behind the clock. I don't want to do any shapes or anything like that. I want to keep it very much to this. The only thing I'm thinking right now is if we just change the color of this Noir Montreal to something a little bit more interesting, like a red, orangey kind of color. Something like that could look pretty cool. Okay. I feel like I need to do something with all this empty space that we got here, but I don't know what I want. Oh, what have I mean, I accidentally used the eyedropper in an incorrect way, but I'm actually really kind of digging whatever I have just made. Ooh, yeah, big anti-design vibes from this one, guys. I don't mind it at all. I think the composition is kind of saving it. I like how clean this is, and I like how messy this all is here. It just needs something else. We're gonna keep this here for now. and then we'll come back to it at the end. I think it's more important to start working on that second poster. The next poster is favorite color. I have a favorite color. I use it in pretty much every single one of my designs. I originally started my Instagram page and only used this color. I made sure that I used this color in every single one of my designs before I kind of branched out to the basic primary colors. But my favorite color is the beautiful Favs 800, a color that represents my happiness. So what I'm thinking here could be cool again. So I want this to be like a series. I want to treat this like a series, and I would highly encourage you do the same because I think that would look best when posting to Instagram. So I think we're going to do the same cream background there, and then we're going to do like a big kind of yellow shape. I think could be nice. Let's get like a rounded rectangle going, and we're just gonna do like, let's make with a warp. Oh God, I don't think I've ever done this before. Object, envelope distort, make with mesh. Let's do like a 3x3, I think. Double click on one of these anchor points. I said, double click on one of these anchor points. There we go. And then we can kind of move this shape around a little bit and get something that I am not happy with. We're doing a quick pit stop in Photoshop here because I think it just warps it a little bit nicer. Let's start it off by rotating it to like kind of the size of the poster. Going to edit, transform, and then warp this. And now we can kind of get a better sense of how it's going to turn out when we move things around on this mesh here. I don't have any like major shape in mind at all, but just something that kind of like resembles a rounded rectangle a little bit, but has enough like flair and pizzazz that it could handle so much attention on the page. The more I do these videos, the more beautiful ways of describing my work I will get. What a lovely image. What a fine, divine image we are creating here. What a beautiful poster. Maybe one day I'll get this framed on my wall. Almost certainly not. I don't like the idea of my work on my wall. Personal preference. I'd much rather support artists and put their work on my wall than my own. Okay, with all this talk, we have absolutely got nothing to show for it. I don't know what this is. Let's start again and let's see if we can get something. Okay, so I really like this as a base. I think this looks really cool, and it just needs a little bit of extra stuff. So what we're gonna do is I'll just make a new layer and go into the paintbrush tool. Make sure that we've got it on like a hard brush, so we can kind of keep it going with that shape. Make it quite big as well. Mix it up a little bit, so I don't think it's really... Okay, that's nice. I like that red. Okay, so I think this is a nice shape. I've just actually like cut off the little bit of at the top there and filled in a little bit of the gaps to give us just like kind of a bigger generic kind of looking thing. And I think that will actually keep it at this angle too, now that I think of it. But I think this is a good looking start. It's very much like, I don't know, I have no idea what I would interpret this as. Maybe like an organ. Now I'm just wondering with this now what we can do to it. So little things that I want to try, just little kind of strange things like this, but not really, you know, like better, like things like this, but just not like that. What if I made it 3D? We're not going to do that. In another week we will. 3D challenge. Has to be 3D. Completely isolate 90% of you, I imagine. As long as you're all like me. People who maybe want to do 3D but never got around to it. What the hell is this? Does anyone really use the pucker and bloat tool past like 5%? Like, come on. Someone needs to take this off the app. I'm going to say it. This is ridiculous. It actually doesn't look that bad. I think now we should get some text and do like the FFA 800. Maybe if we just do like an FFA at the top and then 800 at the bottom. Might be wise to use Noir Montreal as well. I think that could be cute, but also not 100% restricted to it. So let's see how I feel. Now we can kind of put this over the top and see if maybe some blending modes will change anything about the text underneath. So let's press opacity here and access the hidden away blending modes. And let's see if there's anything cool that kind of comes out of this. Hard light is definitely cool. Kind of takes away the color though. Maybe we go for difference just for now. And then we take the FFA and the 800 and we make this a different color. What if we make this the yellow? What happens if we do that? Then it makes... Oh, I like giving it a little bit of a stroke and the stroke changing color like that. Oh, I like that blue as the stroke. That's cool. I feel like the background has to be... The back text have to be black so we get that color of the shape kind of going through. This red edge is really nice. Okay, and I guess the only thing I'm not really happy with is the blue. It needs a little bit of text in the corner and we can add that for sure right now. Favorite color. Hex code FFA. A beautiful golden yellow. We're actually going to turn it on its side here. Oh, hello. Rotating the text box. Very cool. What happens if we do the Pathfinder tool? Play around with this a little bit. Whoa. Yes. Beautiful. Happy with that. Oh, really happy with that. That turned out, that was great. I don't know which one that was of the Pathfinder tool, but I'm happy. Maybe now we pull out the pucker and bloat. Whoa. Ooh. Wild idea here, but I'm just wondering if we stack these two, put this behind another, and then we do the pucker and bloat on only one, like that. Then fill it with black maybe? This is a lot. No stroke on the one in the back. And then we change the color to like a blue or like a red. That's kind of cool. 15 minutes. Oh God. Okay. Okay. Maybe just the stroke on the one in the back? Just the stroke and no stroke on the one in the front. No, has to have one in the front. I think I've kind of gone too far. Twist 45. This needs to be, we need to shrink this or something. I take back everything I said about the pucker and bloat tool. Oh, it's kind of cool. It's got that nice like hand drawn element to it that I like a lot. Yeah, but what is this? Now the front's not saying too much, you know? Maybe we call it on that one for now. Maybe we call it. It's a shame. I think it would look really good in that orange, but the orange isn't my favorite color. The yellow is. Leave that for now. We're gonna leave that for now. It's cool. It's cool. It's looking good. New artboard. It's go time. So the final poster in what will be the final poster of this ridiculous challenge is, of course, to make a design dedicated to my favorite section of a page. So you've probably been wondering, I'm sure you've been probably like, finally he's up to the page part, the page challenge. This is something I've been wanting to ask him every time he does a Q&A. I ask him this question: what is your favorite part of the page? And he always just blocks me. He blocks me. Well, I can finally tell you what my favorite part of the page is, and I have to think it is the bottom fourth. Let me get a grid up. How do you do grids in Illustrator? Rectangular grid tool. What the hell is that? No. There's a pie graph tool? Why is this necessary? This isn't Microsoft Excel. Okay, I just don't have time, and I don't please, just whatever you do not comment how to make a grid. Some things I just don't know how to do, and you know what? I want to leave it like that. I don't want to know how to make a grid in Adobe Illustrator. It doesn't bother me. And to answer everyone's question, my favorite part of the page is this, like probably right there. Why is it doing, what is this? What the hell is going on? I'm on like a perspective mode or something like that. And now I'm operating on the plane, designing on the plane. Look, there it is. I didn't even notice this. It's the grid. Why is there, how do you turn this off? Okay, I fixed it. And we only have 7 minutes left. Okay. My favorite part of... That was embarrassing. My favorite part of the page is probably like here. You know, actually it's here, I think. Gonna be honest, haven't put too much thought into my favorite part of a piece of paper yet. But I'm getting good vibes about right here. I usually take a 10-minute phone break in the middle of this while the timer still goes, but there's just been no time today and I can't think straight without my TikTok break. I guess I'll have to be my own TikTok break. POV. You meet the design chef for the first time. Make a box of text and then yeah, okay. Box of text. I'm going to copy the same bit that I did in a previous video because I got a comment saying that it was a really funny edit and I thought it was also really funny, so I'm just going to do the same edit again in the hopes that new people see this video so they get to witness this edit again. I'm going to fill this text box with a lot of text. Give me 1 second. I copied and pasted it like 2 more times to fill up the space. Put a box around it. Nice. Composition, tick. Give it a title. Piece of the paper. Put it in brush script. Bingo. Center it. Make it not too large, but large enough to be read. Make it an even margin between the two. Change the color to the same blue that we've been working with for continuity. Make it seem smart and professional, perhaps with the date. August 1st. Now you know when I film these videos. Apple Garamond light. Adjust the kerning so it's nice and tight. Make it a little bit larger and center it again. This is a strong Strong but subtle composition. Maybe another piece of text at the bottom as we run out of time. Final poster by Elliot. Center that again. Make it a little bit less obnoxious. Look at all 3 posters. Breathe, 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 and... After 60 minutes of designing and a little bit of time off camera at the end to make the finished product a little bit nicer, I present to you my submission for the Threes Are Proud challenge. Enjoy. Well, Elliot. What a wild Stop looking at me. 3 posters in just 60 minutes? I don't think anyone's ever done that ever. Congratulations if you gave it a crack, and I hope to see your work in the hashtag Design Chef part of the world. I'm pretty happy with how mine turned out. I really liked that second poster, the favorite color one. And it was nice to not like overthink too much and kind of just go with the flow and see what I kind of came up with. I think they work well as a series. Imagine them all up on the wall here, you know, like be nice and big, 1, 2, and 3. You know, don't you think that'd be cool? Yeah? What do you think? Like I said, if you designed along with me, then make sure to use hashtag DesignChef when uploading it so we can feature you in next week's video, because I absolutely love seeing all of your submissions. And trust me, I see them all. Quite easy to. You just have to go onto the hashtag and then sort by recent, and then they're all just there if anyone's a bit lost as to how to find them. Speaking of all of them, I want to show you my favorite submissions from last week's challenge, the series Switcher Challenge, which was to take a TV show of your choosing and make a poster as though the show was in a different genre. You guys absolutely crushed this challenge. You had so much fun with it, and I absolutely adore the results. So here are some of my favorite submissions from the series Switcher Challenge. Make sure you go follow these accounts and give them a lot of love, and maybe you'll be up there next week. Who knows? Enjoy. Bravo to all who submitted. You make it all worth it. Thanks for watching Design Chef episode 4. If you liked this and want to join in for the live version of Design Chef, make sure you do on my Twitch stream at Friday 11 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time or Thursday at 9 PM Eastern Daylight Time. Those are the 2 main audiences, so those are the 2 time zones that I choose to say, but it's generally Friday morning or Thursday night, depending on where you are in the world. Also, if you'd like some Elliot in your home, then my print store has prints that are available. I sell a whole wide range of prints of all my best performing Instagram posts of old. And I also have a Casetify collection where I sell phone cases with my designs on them too, like that. Isn't it so nice and simple? Look, it says this is a phone case on it. How cheeky and funny. Also make sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that other good stuff that I'll be around on. All the links are in the bio. I think that'll do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a lovely week, and I look forward to seeing all of your beautiful designs under that Design Chef hashtag. I've been Elliot. You've been yourself, and I'll see you next week for episode 5 of Design Chef. Bye-bye.